You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast, hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.
Welcome to another episode of Oversaturated The Podcast, where we discuss music, movies, pop culture, and everything in between. I'm Johnnie.
And I'm Ralph.
Welcome to episode number 99.
99! Well, I got a few for this. Warren Sapp, Jason Taylor.
I had Warren Sapp in my mind.
Oh, the one you knew.
Yep. That's what's up. New listeners, please follow us on all social media. Facebook, just search Oversaturated The Podcast. Twitter is OverSatthepodcast. Our Instagram is OverSatthepodcast. And our email is oversatthepodcast@gmail.com. And check out our website, oversatthepod.com. Anything you need to know about OS is there. And check out the blog written by Brady Jones. Confessions of a Pop Culture Freak can be found on oversatthepod.com.
Yes, sir. If you want to follow us individually, I am TheMindOfRalph on Instagram and Twitter.
On Twitter, I'm JON2_B. On Instagram, I'm JBS_ESL_AAMU. Yes, sir. Ralph, my guy. Another week, man. We back.
Yeah, we are. This is one of those times where I appreciate being bi-weekly. Well, it used to be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
My man's Ralph is tired.
I got nothing for you. I mean, when we get into it,
Yeah.
the energy will be there. But right now,
All
zero. Nugget. I got nothing for you.
It's cool. Well, look, I'm excited because this is dropping on my birthday. We're recording the day before my birthday. Man's is about to be 33. God year. I don't know. That's just been in my mind.
It's Jesus year.
Yeah, Jesus year. It's all the same to me. So, yeah. I'm excited. 33 years on the earth, man. The last couple years, I would say, have been some of the best and worst. So I'm just looking to make 33 the best as I can, you know, especially in the midst of a pandemic still. Just trying to live every day and be happy.
No, stop it. You've been living. You alright.
Listen, I've been trying. Like, you know.
Oh, this humble guy over here.
Alright, look.
I just said you're humble.
I know.
I didn't get into anything.
Yeah.
I just said you're humble.
I'm just happy to be able to still provide for myself through the midst of a pandemic.
Oh.
Yeah, so.
Yeah,
man, we here. So let's just get off the door.
Yeah, man. I'll figure it out. I love y'all, man. I love you too, bro.
Yeah,
I got nothing.
Listen, man, it's all good. We here, bro. We here. So I'll go first.
Okay.
I'll go first. So on I guess in the midst of like the battle rap event last week and like the battle rappers going at each other on wax.
Okay.
Because that's it's been a pretty good thing. A lot of the newer battle rappers are getting on wax, dissing the vets, which I think is great. The song, the track was fire, and it's good to see like a cipher, because essentially it was a cipher. All the rappers getting together just rapping. So I haven't asked a music off the dome this year yet. So I just want to ask you, if you had to pick 3 MCs, any era, any style, whatever, 3 MCs to make your perfect cipher, which 3 would you choose? Battle rapper, mainstream, don't even matter.
In a case like this, I will always go punchline rappers.
Mm-hmm.
Lloyd Banks would immediately make my cipher.
Mm-hmm.
Who else good with a punch? Lloyd, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all over the place with this one. I'm trying to think of mixtape rappers.
Yeah.
Because they'll probably make the best ciphers. Because if you get like a mainstream guy, they ain't gonna do them recycle.
That's true. Okay. I give you my first 2.
Okay.
My first 2 are Lupe Fiasco
and
Eminem.
Okay.
Now, Eminem definitely has those punchlines, and can actually, like, the true definition of freestyle. Like, he can rap off the top of his head. Now, I don't take issue with rappers recycling bars over different beats. That's cool, but I'm a fan of when a rapper can actually rap off the top of the head. And Lupe Fiasco is actually really, really, really great at that as well. And my third one personally will be Rakim, just because of his style.
Okay.
Those are my three.
Okay. I'm thinking Lloyd Banks, probably Joe Budden, and maybe like a King Los. Rappers like that just really work well in ciphers and freestyles and stuff like that. So
I like that King Los pick. King Los is cold. Definitely cold.
Yeah, I won't want to listen to a King Los song, but you know.
Yeah. I like the videos of him online where people throw words at him while the beat is on and he just freestyles based off the word. Those are hard.
My point is that.
Yeah,
so,
that was hard.
But a King Los song, absolutely.
Definitely not. That's funny as hell. So listeners, let us know, man. Y'all perfect cipher. 3 MCs, perfect cipher.
Oh, I don't know. I was thinking when I was grocery shopping the other day, right? There are 2 like brands that we really, really mess with it, and I think in our community, blacks, right? Juice. Like, juice is a big thing, right?
I was about to say Lars.
No. Juice. Okay. And I don't know. I don't know why these 2 brands just stick out, but it's like, if I'm going to go for juice, I'm going to go for one of these 2. And I feel like most people would too. Either you go get Simply or Ocean Spray.
Okay.
So which one would you pick?
Simply Juice or Ocean Spray?
Yeah. I feel like this is good universal, no question.
It's interesting you asked that because I've really only been drinking water and then the occasional seltzer. Seltzer's my new shit now. Okay. Like, instead of like hard liquor and all that. Okay. And beer and stuff. I guess off the top of my head I'm going Ocean Spray, honestly. I mean, I feel like Ocean Spray just tastes a little better. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I don't know if it's like,
I think Simply gets off with the packaging, and it's great. Like, don't get me wrong, and I don't think they have the variety that Ocean Spray does. The Ocean Spray has.
Got you.
So I mean, I'm going Ocean Spray, but
okay.
But I mean, Simply is in the refrigerator aisle too. Like, I think they get that benefit too. Ocean Spray is on the shelf next to the Juicy Juice. I don't get it.
Damn. I mean, I guess Ocean Spray doesn't need to be refrigerated off top.
Hey man, I don't know. They got too many hybrids juices out there for them not to like lose.
Right.
I think it's always been top tier. Simply just got here. Ocean Spray been out here for years.
How new is Simply? I guess
Simply definitely within the past, like, I would say 15 years. 15. Ocean Spray been out here.
Oh yeah, Ocean Spray is different.
It's been top tier forever.
Yeah. It's a vet in the juice game.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's $4. It's $4 now. Like, come on, man. One thing is like $4.
So what's your favorite juice?
Definitely cran grape, undefeated.
Cran grape.
Yeah, undefeated.
Have you ever had white cran peach?
Yeah, I have.
That's
what I'm saying. Ocean Spray got the hybrid.
It's fire.
They started mixing stuff together. I was like, oh, okay. That's what we doing.
Cran anything is kind of pretty much fire. You can guarantee it's fire.
Yeah, they got like cran mango or some shit like that. It's like amazing.
Cran is like the ultimate feature.
Yeah.
That's dope. So yeah, Ocean Spray or Simply Juice?
Yeah, that's just, I don't know.
Yeah, man. Listen, man, I think a lot of people have a lot of thoughts in the grocery store. It's like one of the places you can really, I don't know. Is that, am I off in that? Because when I'm in the grocery store and I'm going, I have my list. Mm-hmm. I'm getting what I need, but when I'm up and down the aisles, I'm just thinking about a bunch of random stuff. So I don't know if that's just me.
No. So I don't necessarily have one track mind. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
So what are we doing? How are we starting this? Are we starting with the Grammys just to get that over with?
We might as well.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about this because we're actually recording right now while the 2021 Grammys are going on, and they actually haven't started to announce some of the winners. Mm-hmm. So let's see what the winners we care about.
Yeah.
First things first, I will say that the best rap album, and that actually went to, let's go through the category first.
Okay.
You have Nas with King's Disease, D Smoke, Black Habits, Alfredo with Freddie Gibbs, and Alchemist, Written Testimony with Jay Electronica, and the Allegory with Royce the 5'9". They gave the award to Nas, King's Disease.
Damn, so I didn't. Okay, I knew they were announcing the winners, but I didn't realize they announced the best rap album yet.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think I'm mad at this pick.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, for me, it would have either been between Nas and Freddie.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, either or, I'm not upset with that. Shout out to Nas for winning.
Mm-hmm.
I assume this is his first rap album Grammy, or is this his first? This is not his first Grammy.
I wouldn't say first. I wouldn't say that this is his first, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know Nas Grammy total. Like
Yeah, me either.
Nas isn't like a mainstream guy like that, so I don't think he really strived for Grammy recognition. I mean, he has it, and it's great. He's a hip hop icon, legend, all that great stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that was ever his aim with music.
Right. So yeah, I'm not mad at the pick. I would say it's interesting that this award isn't being televised. I know they got down hundreds of categories, but like, why not televise this one? I know it's been an issue in the past as well. So
I was gonna say something crazy.
Say it.
Hey man, there's no stars in here, man.
It's no okay.
Hey man, listen. I don't care who takes issue with this, but ain't nobody trying to see none of them except the award.
Oh, okay.
All right then.
I guess I have no rebuttal for that.
The truth it hurts.
I guess so. I guess so. I mean, yeah.
All these are these are talented MCs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody on here.
But
it's not like
as far as star power of like ratings for TV and all that. That's
I'll get your ass over here and take this board, man. All right. Now this one, I'm surprised that they didn't televise. You got the rap song performance. You have Savage with Megan Thee Stallion and Beyonce, Deep Reverence, Big Sean and Nipsey, the Bop Baby, What's Poppin' Jack Harlow, The Bigger Picture Lil Baby, and Dior Pop Smoke. They awarded the Grammy to Megan Thee Stallion and Beyonce with Savage. Not surprising.
Exactly. Yeah, I kind of figured that would win, either that or Pop Smoke, just off the strength of R.I.P. to Pop Smoke. So.
Yeah, just like okay.
But shout out to Megan. I assume this is her first Grammy. So at such early stage of her career, that's dope for her.
Right. They awarded our female MCs out the gate with it. So I'm
not mad at it.
I'm trying to see. It's another one in here that was interesting. Tiffany Haddish won.
Oh.
For a comedy album?
Nice.
Okay. Black Mitzvah. I like it.
Did you watch that? Be honest.
Yeah, for like 3 minutes.
Yeah, so I think I got through 10.
I was like, yeah, that's it. But shout out to Tiffany Haddish because that's a feat that a lot of comics can get. You know what I'm saying? Get it for their comedy album. I didn't know comedy albums were still a thing.
I mean,
they pretty much take. A comedy album is nothing but a special on wax.
Yeah.
So. Whatever she recorded, they probably just put it on iTunes or your DSP and got it. So
and called it an album.
Right. It was another one there I wanted to joke you with, but I think it's Kanye. Kanye won for Jesus is King in the Christian album. No hard hitting takes on that.
Nope.
And they don't want Kanye on there. Not for this.
No, not at all. Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, and I think it has to do with the genre too, because nobody's tuning in to see who won the Christian, category either.
Very true.
So,
Burna Boy wins Best Global Music Album.
Oh, shout out to Burna Boy, man. I like Burna.
That's dope. K Tronada wins Best Dance Electric album for his album Bubba, which is actually a really fun. I really love that album. It came out in December of 2019, I think.
Probably though.
Yeah, so that was a fire album. I thought that was great.
Are we talking about the Weeknd snubbing the Grammys? Well, I know he got snubbed by the Grammys, so he says he's boycotting.
I mean, we can get into it for a second.
Okay. Well, the Weeknd feels like he was snubbed after his album After Hours, which was a highly successful album, didn't make the top categories for the album. So he said he will no longer be. He'll have his record label no longer submit his music. coming off of his big Super Bowl performance.
I heard that.
I mean, even though Grammy nods going before this. So.
Yeah. I heard he had a decision to either perform at the Grammys or the Super Bowl, and I think because he chose to perform at the Super Bowl, the Grammys didn't nominate him for anything.
That's nuts, though.
I agree. I agree.
Okay.
I think it would make sense for the Grammys to want to nominate somebody that will perform at the Super Bowl if they have album out in that time frame.
I'm trying to understand the concept behind that because the Super Bowl and the Grammys are aired on the same television network. CBS both have the rights to both of those events.
Super Bowl wasn't on Fox.
I thought it was CBS this year. CBS Sports.
Maybe it was. I don't remember.
I went through the streaming things to kind of get that streaming on my TV. So yeah, I would say it was CBS.
Okay, got you.
So with that being said, that's still kind of productive. It's still on the network. Like it's all a network thing.
I agree.
If that's the case, but I mean, everyone that feels snubbed and slighted by the Grammy board feels like it's corrupt. Which anybody that votes on anything, you can look at it as being corrupt. Mm-hmm. Rappers have been saying this since Will Smith, so yeah, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, and I always thought that the Grammys were fair to artists like The Weeknd. Mm-hmm. Me personally, I didn't.
I guess he felt like this album that he put out, this most recent album, was Grammy worthy. And the fact that they decided to snub him is like, you know what? I don't even want to go through this anymore. I'm going to continue to make music, the way I see fit, and fuck the Grammys. Fuck the Grammys. I mean, I feel like as a culture we have this discussion every year. Why do we put so much?
Well, The Weeknd's not.
He's not
rap. He's a popular artist, so he can have all his grapes.
He can have the grapes.
Yeah, he can have all his grapes with Grammys. We really only reserve these conversations for rap, hip hop,
R&B. Okay, I got you.
But shout out to Weeknd though.
Yeah.
I'm not putting Weeknd in the bucket with the people that we really go up and on to the Grammys for.
I guess I'm not mad at that because I ain't even listened to this album. So
my point exactly.
Yeah.
My point exactly. I think with the Grammys, no, the Grammys matter because they drive the price up. Like if you're a Grammy Award winner like that. Your money, like that affects your money. So I get why a lot of these artists feel a certain way. Yeah, we should have these, these grandiose discussions about, we should uplift our own art, our own music. But the Recording Academy still control music. So that's just how it works.
Right.
Unfortunately.
Well, shout out to The Weeknd. Yeah, that's all I got. I really didn't have nothing else about this. Shout out to The Weeknd.
Very enough.
While we on music, I do want to give a shout out to Cardi B. Bodak Yellow the single has gone diamond. That's amazing. Like that's dope. And I was actually thinking about earlier today. That song only been out for 3-4 years now. Cool. It came out a year before the album came out.
So 2017.
So 4 years. In 4 years, a single goes diamond. I think that's great. I think that's dope. And she's the only female rap artist to have a single go diamond. So big shout out to Cardi B.
Party game.
Man, that's hard. That's an amazing feat. So shout out to Cardi B. That's all I had. That's all I had on that. I just wanted to shout her out on that because I thought that was dope.
Well, we're back with another ownership topic. We have Swizz and Timberland selling Verzuz. So we talking about this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well. Famed producer, super producer, Swizz Beatz and Timberland have actually sold their massive brand Verzuz to Triller. I think they showed the majority interest. Yeah. We're back with ownership topics just like we had last week with Jay-Z and Tidal and all that great stuff. Mm-hmm. Pretty much any artist that was on the Verzuz platform gets an ownership stake in Triller, so they get a piece of this pie as well, which is something to take into account before we react to this to this headline. Yeah. So I would ask Johnnie, what do you think about this move?
So before even reading the details of what went into it, I thought it was a dope move. Mm-hmm. Verzuz has literally grown from being an Instagram only, hey, you pull up your Instagram real quick, and I'm gonna pull up mine, and we just gonna play our music to a full out production where we get two artists in the same room who actually play their songs while they are in the same room looking at each other. Like, and it happened all in under a year. So to grow a platform exponentially like that in less than a year, I think is amazing. And I feel like they sold at the right time because, well, they let somebody acquire them at the right time because things are slowly starting to open back up, which means less and less people want to be inside to want to actually sit and watch a Verzuz. So with the Triller app, now I've never been on Triller. I'm not really sure what you can do on there or what it's for, but I assume that this other platform acquiring them would allow them to branch out and get into more aspects of Verzuz. Like with the sport, like they did one with sports, and I think they mentioned in the article that they're going to do like comedy Verzuz and stuff like that. So being able to partner with another brand and actually expand your base, I think is dope. And the fact that you were able to get everybody that's participated so far equity in Triller, and Swizz and Timberland becoming like the head of music or something over at Triller, I think is great. Like this is a whole equity. We're starting to get equity in these companies now that are acquiring our assets. I think it's dope. I saw a lot of people calling them sellouts and all that, but again, it just goes to show you, like, people don't, like, if you have a business and it reaches its plateau of what you can do, why not partner with or let somebody acquire you for undisclosed amount of money to help elevate or push the brand? Even at some point, Swizz and Tim might even get tired of doing this. Like, why not just sell it and let somebody else take over? Like, what are we doing? And it was free. For us, for the consumer, it was free. So why are y'all even mad at them for selling something that you have no stake in? Zero stake. It could be gone tomorrow. Like, then what? They're not thinking about this in this. So that's really all I got.
Okay, you done?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, all right. So then you get your bars up. But no, it's shout out to Swizz and Tim, man. I don't have any like hot takes. Like, you know, people just want to be upset at every damn thing.
True.
Like, this is pretty much like the Jay-Z title thing. Like, the artists that were part of the board with him got a payout. You know, they got money involved in that too. So this is pretty much the same thing in a sense. Even though Tidal is a paid service and, you know, Verzuz is just free, you know, at least for us. But we don't know the changes that are about to happen with Verzuz. And then honestly, Verzuz is at its peak, like you've already said. Like, I'm not sure how bigger it can get outside of just making live events off of it. Because, like, outside is open, no one's really attached to their phone as they were a year ago.
Yeah, and if you out kicking it with your people, you're not finna, the Verzuz on, let me pull it up on my phone while we all sitting at brunch.
And the thing is, a lot of the things that have changed is just with Apple TV. When we go get to them in a minute, you can always go back and replay it even if you don't watch it in real time. Yeah. So now you have to discuss Apple letting this happen. They probably didn't want to give up. I'm assuming, you know, we're all assuming they didn't want to give up too much ownership. Or, you know, too much power in this, you know, this situation. Yeah, and I would expect Apple to do that. Like, you get the Cash Apps, the Trillers, the Patreons, who are relatively young startup companies. It's easier for them to allow the creators or artists to have equity because they're not $1 trillion business yet. Apple's $1 trillion business, so why would they want to give up any type of control to anybody for real? We'll go away for Negroes. We'll be okay. There you go. I mean, for basically. So it's like, yeah. It's interesting. I wonder if they had just like a certain amount of Verzuz, a contract where only a certain amount of Verzuz would appear on Apple TV or Apple Music or whatever. Because it wasn't. I don't think it was that many. I don't know specifically how many there were, but I don't think it was that many. I don't recall when it started, but it's just, well, we know it's done now. Yeah, exactly. Clearly. Yeah, man. Shout out to Swizz and Tim for flipping this into a business, man. Just They were just super producers that went at it for the sake of, our entertainment, and now they turned it into another business venture for themselves. So
a whole brand. It's a whole brand out here. It's a whole brand.
Versus with a Z, man. Salute, man.
Definitely. I'm interested to see like what new will come of this. Like I said, they already tried the sports one. I did miss that one, but they already tried the sports, so I assume more of that is coming. They did mention comedy, so I just want to see.
You talking about the Verzuz?
Verzuz, yeah.
A sports Verzuz, or you talking?
It was during the NFL Pro. It was during the Pro Bowl weekend, even though they canceled the Pro Bowl. They did. It was only on IG, but they did. Oh. They had like football stars going versus with their highlight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I missed that one.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought maybe you were confusing it with the Triller doing the boxing event, which was a big thing. Okay.
Oh, no. Okay. Yeah. It's a whole versus sports page on IG and all that stuff. Wow. You missed all that.
Wow. What was going on?
It's all good.
Yeah, that was one of them off weekends, I guess. But no, shout out to Verzuz, man. And then like we discussed last week, that Raekwon and Ghost is actually coming next Saturday on the 20th.
Yep.
Any hard hitting predictions for that?
No, I got nothing. I'm definitely gonna watch just for the culture and to see if I can learn anything. But I have no dog in this fight.
Neither do I. I'm just catching on the replay. I'll catch the highlights.
Yeah.
Like a game, I'll catch the highlights.
Catch the highlights.
But no, let's talk about another ownership thing, which is actually pretty dope. And you actually brought this topic up. Gucci is actually teaming up with Detroit versus Everybody's team to come up with a created limited edition T-shirt. Now these T-shirts are going to sell for $390. Yeah. But the proceeds from each sale will go to a charitable organization in the cities that they put, Detroit versus everybody, or let's just say St. Louis versus everybody, New York versus everybody. Those cities will have, the money from those shirts will go to those organizations. What do you think about that?
So I fell into the trap that everybody else fell into when they see these headlines. I was like, oh damn, here comes Gucci with this bullshit.
Yeah.
Until I actually
read.
actually read. Which is why I didn't put this shit out on social media, no shit like that. But after reading and realizing that they are going to donate these proceeds to the organizations within these cities, I think that is dope. Mm-hmm. I think it's fire. And the fact that my guy that created the versus everybody line is like to be able to partner with a Gucci. Mm-hmm. I think it's dope. Now I'm not really sure who's going to be buying these T-shirts for $390.
Well, I mean, they got some top tier flight cities on here, so people will buy them. New York, Atlanta, Miami, New Orleans, Houston, LA, San Fran, Detroit. They shouldn't have San Fran, they should have Bay. But Detroit, Chicago, Philly, and DC.
Yeah, listen. If you want to purchase a T-shirt for $390, at least it's going toward a good cause.
Well, what? I take that back. People in San Francisco got $390 to drop on the shirt. That's how it is. Yeah. Touche. Well, no, shout out to Detroit, man. I know it's 314 day here, but it's 313 day. They had their day yesterday, but this is dope. But I hope that whoever has the means to buy these shirts, because there are a lot of people that, a lot of people that buy design, don't get it twisted. $390 for a shirt, people got it. And I'm talking about before Corona, before stigma. Niggas buying Balenciaga and all that goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? So they got it. So let's not act like people out here poor. People be buying designer.
True. They still be poor about it.
It don't matter. They got them. They have the money, or however they get it. Mm-hmm. I don't know how they get it. And it could be the most legal of means too. But they find a way to buy their Balenciaga.
Which I don't understand, because that shit ugly.
Yeah, designer streetwear is ugly.
Yeah. I don't understand it, but it ain't for me. I'm not their target, so there you go.
Yeah, it's like you can still look goofy in design. It don't matter.
100%. You can't buy style. You can buy clothes. You can't buy swaggy, but you can buy the clothes. So shout out to Gucci. Shout out to the Versus Everybody movement. Yeah.
Are we getting into coming to America?
Yeah. I saw you put your review out. Mm-hmm. Let's get into it for a second.
Oh, sure.
So coming to America is out. I watched it. I think the second day it was out. I actually enjoyed the movie. I went into it knowing that clearly it could never even be close to the original, and the fact that it is over 30 years later. I didn't anticipate this movie to be so great, such a spectacle. Like I didn't expect for it to be a masterpiece of a film. Let me just say that. So with that, I just went into it. I just went into a fresh mind. I wasn't expecting anything. I was just going into it just to watch it, to see if I would enjoy it, and for the most part, I did. I think the callbacks to the first Coming to America I thought were great, especially for individuals who haven't seen the first one or don't watch it as often, who don't remember. I thought that was dope for them. I do want to shout out Tiana Taylor. I think she looked amazing in that movie. I don't know, man. I don't know. I enjoyed it. I do not understand people's gripes with it. I think they may have just compared it to the first one too much to really just enjoy it.
Well, the bar is set too high. Like, you have to think about it. The movie's made in the 80s. This is Eddie Murphy in the height of his powers. Like, this is arguably Eddie Murphy's best film. I don't want to get into that right now, but this is arguably his best film. So it's like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But for you to come 33 years later with the sequel, it's like, and it seemed more slapstickish at a point. Like, now let me say this, I enjoyed the film, but there are a lot of like callbacks, unnecessary callbacks. We ain't gotta keep talking about the last movie, my nigga. Like, we did that already. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's like we keep calling back. Now there were clever callbacks, like Wesley Snipes being General Izzy, who was the son of the general in the first film, right? And his sister being Vanessa Bell Calloway. Like, okay, that's a clever callback. Like my man's that when Lavelle went on that job interview, he was the dude's grandson. Like, that's a clever callback. But if you just want to keep like pulling out the Barbers and Randy Watson and shit, now that's goofy. Like, to me. Now were they funny? A little bit, but not like that. And the McDowell shit was played to me.
What was it?
McDowell's. All the McDowell's.
Yeah. I guess they wanted to find a way to bring him back, but it's like
his father-in-law. Like, you ain't got to find a way to bring him. Just put him in the film.
Exactly. Zamunda McDowell's. That was a bit much.
Yeah, like it was stuff that was just a bit much. But I mean, like if you just go into it, just
clear mind, man. Don't if you haven't seen it yet, don't watch the first one, then immediately watch the second one. Because I feel like that'll even taint you even more in the second film.
Yeah, but I think they tried too hard to make moments where in the first movie there just were moments. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to recreate magic, cool, but don't have a lot of people in here just saying shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just going.
You think the second one was too anchored in the first one, like you was saying, like trying to make too many callbacks, and that ultimately hurt the film.
Yeah, stuff like that can hurt the film because you're leaning too heavily on the first one
instead of
letting it just breathe and be the movie that it's going to be, which is just okay in the first place. And then, you know, me and you talk about this all the time. I say movies with a lot of comics in it aren't necessarily the best films. Right. And now we have another example of that. A movie that's just, it's on the surface, it's okay, but it's not a good film. Yeah. Like, it's just a guilty pleasure. If you enjoy it, cool. It felt more like a family film too.
Yeah, it kind of felt like one of those straight to DVD releases.
Oh yeah, and the CGI here was horrible. Oh my
God. That lion, like you knew the lion was fake.
Or the elephant was fake. Yeah. It was just so much, man. Dude, why? Now, you know I fuck with my mans, Ricky Rose, Rick Ross, William Roberts III, but no. General Easy.
The worst African accent. And that shit was coming and going mid-sentence.
Honestly, Eddie's African accent wasn't good this film. Like, you can tell he was trying. In the first one, it just felt kind of, I mean, even though you know Eddie is acting, it felt like you had tried this in a while.
Yeah, that's funny. Okay, give me just one of your highs of the movie.
Oh, Wesley Snipes. Like, Wesley Snipes clearly shows he's the star of the film. To me, that's me. But because I mean, you don't want anybody trying to outshine Eddie, quote unquote. I heard a lot of people praise Arsenio Hall for his character, Simi. But I think Wesley Snipes pretty much being the villain, quote unquote.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not mad at that. How you feel about Wesley Snipes? How I feel about Tracy Morgan? Tracy Morgan's one-liners in this movie, like he's the one person who constantly had me laughing in the movie. Like,
really?
Yeah.
Tracy Morgan's so corny.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I enjoyed Tracy Morgan in this movie.
I thought his character was so unnecessary. He was there to crack jokes. No other reason. Like, he had no purpose though.
I wouldn't disagree with you there, but
the reason I say that is because, like, okay, he already lacks a father figure, and then you're his uncle, and then you come in goofy as shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do something else, bro. Like, but that's me being, I guess, the amateur film critic that I am, because I'm like, okay, he doesn't have a father figure. Like, Akeem just comes into town, then okay, whatever, right? Now you over here, like, it's like, what substance do you provide for him besides jokes?
That was it. That was his purpose.
I guess.
And
I mean, hey,
that
to each his own.
Yeah, that was his purpose was to be the comedic relief, in my opinion. And I thought he did a good job with it. Especially his back and forths with Simi in the movie, and then they turned out to be best friends toward the end. I thought that was cool. I enjoyed that.
That's usually how it works. But what do you think about the love story between Lavelle and his roommate?
I picked it up from the very first time she braided his hair. I was like, yeah, or twisted, whatever, locked it up. I was like, yeah, this is what's gonna happen. And I knew I figured it out in the beginning. So it was like, now that I know what's about to happen, let me just see how it unfolds. So it wasn't bad, but it wasn't like, oh damn, this is great. Like, it was just like, all right.
Yeah.
But they needed to have some type of love story.
Because Akeem's arc is pretty much set. Like, the only thing he has to do is just figure out, oh, I'm pretty much turning into my father. Let me figure out how to rule my country my way. Yeah. And not, fall into, patriarchy and the former ways of the monarch. So pretty much he's leaving his country to his daughter by the end of the film, but everything he had to kind of figure out in the midst of all that to do that. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. I didn't really like his interactions with his wife in the movie.
Really?
Yeah, like, first of all, they didn't say many words to each other until like maybe halfway through the film. That was weird to me. Okay. Shout out to the three daughters that were in the movie. They did a good job on their roles. Did you predict that the oldest daughter would become queen?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. And I get, I don't know. I don't want to blame it on the sign of the times. I won't even go there. But I think it's just, it's cool that we're following a royal bloodline. Like, yeah, you had a quote unquote bastard son, which they kept referring to him throughout the whole film. But yeah, that's your firstborn. But then again, you have someone that's been here, that's really done everything you asked of them and trained their entire life to be this. It's only right that you give that to them.
Right, exactly.
No matter what happens, like he came in town for 3 days. Like, now you're ready to give your kingdom over to him.
After only searching for him for literally a day, half a day,
a couple hours. Like, come on, fam.
We found him in the middle. Oh my God, that was crazy.
It's like the film is so crazy. And then I think one thing that does, like, and then shout out to my man's, but I feel like his son could have been somebody else.
You think so?
Absolutely.
You think it would have made the role better?
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, you got two dark skinned. You got an African and Leslie Jones that get together and make a light skinned kid. Okay.
Listen, I don't know how chromosomes work, but it's possible. I don't know, man.
It's trash. But no, Leslie Jones was hilarious. I think she was funny as shit.
That's interesting. I didn't dislike Leslie Jones. I like Leslie Jones. She's just loud. She's almost on par with Tiffany Haddish to me.
No, we ain't gonna do Leslie like that. Leslie actually's funny.
Okay. I mean,
and the way that you look at Tracy Morgan in this film, like, Leslie was just being Leslie. Yeah. That's all you can ask of her.
True. True.
And that's the thing. With a lot of these comedians, that's all you can ask of them because they don't act.
Also, yeah, that's
like
facts.
whenever you see Tracy Morgan on screen, that nigga is Tracy Morgan. I don't care what he is. That is Tracy Morgan. Yeah. Whenever you see Leslie Jones on film, that is Leslie Jones. Whenever you see Lunel on screen, that is Lunel.
That's 100% Lunel.
So that's why I say you sacrifice giving these roles to these comedians and they don't act like that. So it's like,
what we doing?
What we doing, man? And then it's like that's his family. So it's like you can. That's why I was like the film sacrifice so much. You could have had something else there. You could have, man.
They needed them names though to at least get people to watch. I think I read something like it broke Coming to America 2 broke a streaming record or something for most streams in a weekend or something to that effect. I might be getting that wrong, but that's due to the star power, man.
I was about to say
no.
Okay, yeah. I mean, because that's one thing about this film. There's so many cameos, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow. And the thing is, the people that were the Africans, I feel like, why are they here? Like, they're the real Africans. Like Michael Black. So I was like, why is Michael Black in this film? But he's like,
at least he have to try to do
a real African.
Yeah, at least he ain't try to do the accent.
Right, exactly. And then,
but with him in the same scene with Rick Ross, it was like, yo. Like I can tell Rick Ross is trying to act like this shit is terrible. This shit was so bad.
I'm sorry.
It was so bad.
I'm sorry. Every time you try to say Rick
I know
Ross,
because I try to say it. I try to say it fast. I gotta list. I don't know. Okay. Now Ralph is alive. Now Ralph is alive. Okay. Now I know when Ralph is not as energetic, all I gotta do is just say Rick Ross. He's back. My man's is back.
Okay. I know that's not as funny to y'all, the listeners and viewers, but that is fucking hilarious to me when Johnny does that.
I don't know what it is.
But
I'm just
but yeah, like the Africans in the film, I was like, why they here? That's fucked up, man.
Morgan Freeman. He didn't even try to do an African accent.
Well, I mean, this is the thing with a lot of monarchs and kings and queens and emperors and empresses and things like that. They do have entertainment come through. So that's why I kind of cringed at the Gladys Knight and the Salt and Pepper and the Vogue stuff. But I have to think about it. They do be flying people out to entertain them. Now maybe the song choices we was like. I was like, hold on, is this 93? Like, why we got in Vogue and Salt and Pepper out here, fam? Like I was like,
man. Okay, so that just made me think about when they had the live funeral for the king, and my man just said, "I am going to die now." I was like, fam.
I'm not gonna lie, that part kind of fucked me up because I'm not ready. I'm not ready for James Earl Jones to die forever. Like I know he's not. Like he's in his 90s.
Still looks great, by the way.
And the fact that they still get him to do movies, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think he still does voiceovers for Darth Vader. Like whenever they do like a Star Wars joint, like
dope.
Maybe not live action, but because I looked up his filmography, but like definitely like a
cartoon.
Cartoon, something like that, animated joint. Oh,
but when he said, "I'm going to die," and I leaned his head on the coffin.
I
was like, "Yo!"
And he was smiling, but I was like, I wasn't ready. I was like, "Hey, fam, we're not doing this. We're not doing this."
That shit was crazy.
So,
that was funny.
So like we're sitting there laughing though. So it's like the movie has its moments,
definitely.
But it's just, I mean, unfortunately, it's just not the first one. And then I've heard even like good. They should have never named it Coming to America. They probably should have named it Zamunda or something like that to take the luster of it off of there. Because like you've seen movie reboots and reshoots and stuff like that come about, and they'll put like a different name on it. Mm-hmm. Like you love Saw. Like when they got to the 11th installment or whatever that shit is, it's Jigsaw. Right?
Yeah.
So stuff like that. Like you gotta be creative with this baby. And then you talk about 33 years later. You can never put 2 on it. Nah. Don't put 2 in it. Don't put 2
where. They put 2 in the middle.
I know, but they should have never did that.
Coming to Zamunda.
Coming to Zamunda. That's pretty much what it was because they were in America, 10 minutes the whole film?
Man.
To get him and then go back to get him.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, now let me ask you this. Because this is the biggest plot twist, obviously, if they're gonna bring this movie back. Mm-hmm. the story about the conception. How do you feel about that? Like, you know, him and like Akeem and Leslie Jones's character hooking up.
How do I feel about it in the movie?
Yeah, like being a logical thing.
I mean, it was Sammy was wild.
It makes sense, right?
So yeah, I wasn't surprised, but I was like, damn, that's how it happened. But I mean, knowing how Sammy was, it was like, damn, okay, I can see it.
And that's when it would have had to happen because that was the only time the King was like really, you know, outside like that. Definitely the club scene, which is, you know, a big scene in the original movie. But them using that CGI to bring it all back,
yo,
like real.
that shit was too funny.
But I mean,
but technology's a motherfucker.
Yeah, it is. I'm not really tripping so much off of them infusing the 80s stuff with CGI. It was just like you said, the lion, the elephant, some of the shots of Zamunda. Like in the real movie, Zamunda damn near look real.
Yeah.
This you can kind of tell. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, man, what the.
But see, I think back then they had to actually go on location and and shoot some of that stuff. Maybe they were actually in Africa or in a country where it is that beautiful.
Well, you know what, and I wouldn't even say that because sometimes, you know, budget don't allow for all that shit. Mm-hmm. It usually is like a miniature or something. You'd be surprised if they do the camera tricks, like a miniature forest, and just fly over it. Like use a camera to fly over it.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
That's usually what they do. I'm not saying that's what happened in this film. I'm not, but to just prove there's another side to that, they probably did that too. Yeah.
I also want to say it's crazy that was actually Rick Ross's house. Like that was
nobody saw Superfly but me, so I've seen the inside of his house. I was just like, oh wow.
This is another movie shot in his house? Oh
yeah, this ain't the first one. Like in the Superfly remake, right? It was you know, my boy Trevor Jackson with the perm. Okay, whatever. He went against the it was like this makeshift BMF like type of, and it was called Snow Patrol, and that was their headquarters. Like, and they had Snow Patrol airplanes. It was like all white, and then like the pool that you seen like dude stand over Jermaine Fowler's character. He's like, hey, welcome to Zamunda. That was the same pool. So I was like, oh okay.
Damn, that's crazy. Damn, Rick Ross making money off his house just sitting there.
Just sitting there.
That's dope.
And then I get a cameo too.
Right.
He was in Superfly too.
Shit, I ain't mad at it. Shit, that's another check, another royalty check.
Jesus Christ.
So I ain't mad at it. That's what's up. Well,
General Easy.
Shout out to coming to America too. Shout out to Amazon Prime. Shout out to Eddie Murphy. Shout out to everybody involved.
Now let me ask you this real quick before we kind of skate off or whatever. Tiana Taylor has been confirmed to play Diane Ward in a biopic.
Yep.
Do you have any thoughts about that? Since we were already talking about Coming to America and her role in that too.
Yeah, I mean, Tiana Taylor is a talented individual, and I don't mean just music-wise. She's a director. She's an actress. I think this is a good idea. I think it's a good look for her to star in a biopic. I think it's dope. I mean that's really all I got. I just think it's dope. I think it's dope.
Yeah. I just reserve. I mean, I have my reservations. Like Tiana obviously looks like Diane Ward. You've seen younger pictures.
Yeah, younger pictures. Yeah.
I mean, Diane Ward's one's like the first pop star. She's using like Godmother or some shit like that. It's like something crazy how they're connected, but still. Yeah. So this is a story that needs to be told. And do I think Tiana's for it? Yeah. I just haven't seen anything of her acting wise that makes me say that she should be in a biopic. That's all.
Got you.
Because a biopic you have to tap into who this person was, and then when you look at the biopics of whoever, these people tapped into who these people were. Yeah. And if I just have to use the greatest examples like Angela Bassett, Tina Turner, Jamie Foxx's Ray, Will Smith even as Ali. You know what I'm saying? So it's like.
You think they should get?
I don't know. I just haven't seen like the thing with those actors and actresses we were actually able to see their acting chops before they got those roles.
Got you.
Like with Tiana, she was in the Tyler Perry film Byron. Like, honestly, I don't know what else she was in. And then in Coming to America, she pretty much was being Tiana Taylor.
Yeah. She didn't have many lines.
She didn't have many lines.
Mm.
Beautiful to look at, and but the thing is, she looks like Diane Ward.
Yeah.
That's the thing she got going for her.
Right.
And and this is the thing. I'm not saying that Tiana can't do it. I ain't saying that she won't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not on the fence of saying that this film will be terrible because of her.
Right.
I'm just saying that I haven't seen anything that makes me believe that this will. Oh damn, maybe I am.
Yeah.
Maybe I am.
It does sound like that.
Yeah. Well, shit.
Which again, I understand.
I haven't seen it.
I understand it. I'm not mad at that.
But I know that she will. This is the thing, Tiana. I know she will take it seriously. I know she'll go to all the acting courses, and Diane Ward's still out here kicking with her, so she'll have the insight in it. So
right. So I feel like this is equivalent to not as well known actors getting roles in a, let's just say, an MCU film or whatever, and then they come out and they just body it. I'm hoping this is what'll happen with this biopic. Because again, like you, I haven't seen Tiana in much either. Maybe she hasn't been in that much for me to have seen. So I don't know the true nature of her acting ability. I haven't seen much of it, so we'll see. Either way, I mean, if it's somewhere that I can stream it, I'll watch. But I'm not running the BET Plus because I don't have it. So
there's gonna be a BET Plus?
No, I just said.
Oh
no, I was just saying. I don't know where it's gonna be.
Man, I hope they'll put the show.
It'll probably be on Netflix.
Well,
shit.
You know what? I can't say that because New Edition was on BET and it was remarkable.
So yeah, there you go.
Yeah. You brought BET, yo.
I was just saying it because I don't have BET Plus. I'm just saying if they put it on something where I don't have the subscription, I'm not running to get the subscription to watch it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it has to be like a polarizing enough figure, no disrespect.
Yeah. So, I think that's what we had on the list, man. You got anything else?
No.
Cool. So, YouTube, we'll see y'all next week. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. We'll see y'all next week. But now we're going to get into the OS song of the week. And, well, since today, the day of this recording is 314 Day, I guess I'll throw some St. Louis shit on. Let's see what we got here. Let me throw on some Lunatics. This is the St. Lunatics. Let Me In Now.